The bracket is, it's actually not updated right now, but I can just tell you who's in it. The last two, the semifinalists are T90 and me on one side of the bracket, and the other semifinalists are Daniel and Bludlass, which we are just going to see right now. So we're going to figure this thing out. We're going to figure out who's playing in the finals, at least one of the guys. Alright, so let's go into... Let me pull up the Civ draft and stuff for you guys. There's the Civ draft in chat, if you want to click that. The map poll, I'll also put in chat, and I'll read this off as well. Dude, PJM, I love that freaking graphic, dude. You guys, PJM made the graphic look super sick. Super, super sick. I need some SpringTV ones now for later. Alright, let me see. Let me read these off. Alright, so Daniel picked Rocky Forest and Monocle as his home maps. Bludlass picked Arena and Hideout. So, as we see, as Scotty was talking about, these are two of Bludlass's best maps. Really smart for him to pick those. Daniel's no slouch on these maps either, obviously, but I would say that it definitely favors Bludlass's skill set. He likes to play those kind of maps, likes the style of it. So we're going to see pretty open maps against pretty closed maps here. The next one will be Bludlass's, so it'll be one of those two closed maps. The Civ draft, let me check that out. Okay, very interesting. I'm flabbergasted of the Civs that we're not seeing some of them. Indian ban and Japanese ban. Looks like both players are banning Civs that would be strong on Monocle. Well, they're going to be strong on a lot of maps. Japanese would be good on the USA Cup Atacama version as well. So I'll just read off all Daniel Civs. We got Chinese, top tier. Britons, Teuton, Magyar, Khmer, also super top, and Malay. Malay probably going to be used more for Arena. Britons maybe more for Arena, or Teuton even. Teuton could be used for Arena or Hideout. Khmer as well. So it looks like Daniel drafted some good Civs for closed maps. Pretty strong, and then he had Chinese for the most open. Magyar is probably going to be played on Rocky Fortress, or Rocky Forest. Bludlass, on the other hand, has Burgundians. Could we see some new Burgundian strats here from Bludlass? That'd be fantastic. He's got Vikings, as we just saw, Celts, Aztecs, Byzantines, and Bulgarians. So he might be thinking more aggressive on Hideout. Celts and Bulgarians could be looking to break. Byzantine can go for the faster imps. Burgundians is going to have a long, probably preferring like long feudals, long dark ages, slower up times, more upgrades. Not really sure how that's going to play out in the meta with transition timings, if it can actually keep up. So I think I would definitely prefer Daniel's draft pick. And in these kind of tournaments, drafts are going to be extremely important. The Civs on the right maps is more important than your skill as a player in a lot of spots. All right, so let me close this. Let me see if we can get. Okay, looks like they're taking a quick. Looks like Bludlass is taking a quick breather here, real quick. Oh, you know what I should do? Look, we can just spam this graphic one more time. Oh, so good. Let me put the scores up. I had that completely off. Should have had this part done before we started. So I have Discord open. They're messaging me. They're keeping me updated with the game codes and stuff. Daniel, as of only a couple minutes ago, he said that Bludlass is going to be right back. So probably just splashing some water on his face, getting prepped. That's a rough first game. He's got to do something, right? This is going to be a mental thing at this point. Imagine you go into the semifinals of a tournament. If you win this game, you get a guaranteed $600 and the potential at a $7,000 McCausland watch that you can bling it up with, right? This is a big game for these players. Starting off with a hard lane, shooting your own boar, a hole in your wall, full raid, and against Chinese. That is just so rough. I don't know. I don't know if I could keep my composure. Maybe it's a test from the AoE gods. Maybe Bludlass is going to come out of the bathroom with the water splash on his face, ready to destroy Daniel in some Hideout. What do you guys think is going to come first, Arena or Hideout? I think we see Hideout first. You think Arena? I think Arena's probably his better map, which is why I was thinking maybe he'd save it for like when he really, really needs it. But if he wants to get on like a win streak, get the loss off his back, then I could see Arena. Yeah, you might be right there. You might be right there. Okay. They're in game and it's Hideout. I win. You lose. Don't mean to rub it in your face, but we're going to be watching Hideout this whole time. USA! Alright, so we've got Bludlass's home map. First game was a bit of a disaster. We all saw that. Bludlass knows that. He's going to try and shake it off. Look at a cute birdie. He's going to try and shake this off and do something here. He's got Celts. Celts is going to be very strong for aggression on this map. If you're playing, maybe, I mean, you can go, I don't want to say Huang style because you're not going to go as many knights, but you're definitely going to want like forward siege real early. If you're playing aggressive, could go into spears, could go monks, could go knights as Huang would go. But the faster attack rate of the siege workshop units of Celts really, really helps them in this meta where you really need to win a couple mangonel fights before you can actually do damage, especially on these maps that are pre-walled. You could see some aggression in Feudal Age, but a lot of players at high level, they're just too adept at defending. They're good at defending Arabia, where they have to DIY yourself this Hideout map, right? So not going to be that hard to defend full rushes here. You're going to see players going for like Castle Age aggression civs like Celts or full eco boom civs. Teuton can kind of do both, right? They're going to have a really good eco, cheaper farms. They've got more armor on their units, so this will help against any kind of fast archer play. If he was up against a civ like Brit or Malay or something like that. It will also help him picking up the relics. He's got his units are converted less with Teuton, so he's going to be able to use his monks better than the opponent can use their monks. So if it goes like knight and monk war, this would also favor Teuton. So really in this matchup, we're pretty much looking for the one spot of mangoes and maybe spears coming forward, or booming to imp and going into siege for Bludlass. I think those are his two most viable options, but he's the player that plays Hideout and plays Arena a lot, right? So we'll see what he thinks about this matchup, how he plays this out. I'm just a simple Arabia noob. Getting all the hunts. I like it. You'll notice these players using their llamas. How many llamas? Only one. Gonna walk into the gate. We'll show you this mechanic. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this before, but just in case, this is a very simple mechanic to use. Very good to use. It keeps your gate open for your deer. You can take it away, and then it closes the gate. It's better than deleting, which leaves a wall open. So he'll pull this up, and he'll put it back over here for a second, probably. There it goes. So pretty simple mechanic, but it helps so much, right? So good thing to practice, throw into your builds. Bludlass going 4 on wood. That's so funny. I did the scoreboard and then I didn't put the 1 win for Daniel. Gracias. Alright. Oh, I would be so careful right now if I was Bludlass. I'd be so paranoid about shooting my boar. If I mess it up once, not doing it for the rest of the tournament. You could bet on that. Yeah, you got it, Ryder. Pretty standard looking eco, 4 on wood, 4 on berries, the rest are on hunts, turkeys, sheep, deer. The farm seems a little early for me, but that's whatever. Hideout, thanks. I can't stop clicking. I have a problem. I know I have a problem. I do this just like if I sit places too. Like I'll just like, my finger will click. I think it's because my my tendons are so tight now that my finger like just naturally clicks down. This looks like it's gonna go into Bludlass's favor. Looks to me like this is slightly going down faster for Daniel. He knows it now. He's about 1 strike behind. He's gonna have to retreat, hopefully get back to his base or a hill before Bludlass is able to hit him. If you're ever in these kind of situations, what you want to do, use the tiling here. Walk down to a tile and imagine which tile can walk the farthest without running into anything. So this would be like this tile. So he's going to walk on this tile and you want to walk straight down all the way. You don't want to turn at all when you're running from another unit that's the same movement speed as you. You want to walk directly down the tile so that you're never moving. Oh my god! He went for it! He went for it. That was a mistake. First mistake for Daniel. Good to see, good to see. Nobody's perfect. What do we got on the wood count? 11 on wood for Daniel. A lot of farms coming out. He's using that Teuton bonus. Yeah, I was going to say, it seemed like too many on wood. He's rebalancing now. This seems a lot more appropriate. 9 on wood is very standard. Iraq's coming out. And gold's coming out. This is not what we would expect to see, I don't think. This is certainly not what I would expect to see. This almost says that he might be trying some... Maybe it's just a standard FC. Maybe it's just 2. Maybe they shave it down. This is good for me to watch. I don't know why you would open racks. I guess he's going to open into scouts and monks from feudal, it seems. So he'll play for relic control. So he'll I would have thought maybe market or blacksmith. You can go up and drop TCs and monastery. But if he wants to play for killing the opponent's monks, then he'll go barracks into stable into blacksmith. It'll cost a little bit more wood at the front end, but then the benefit will be that we can make scouts and we can raid around. Especially now that he's lost vision of the map, it's going to be really important that he gets a scout on the map. So I like that he's going directly into scouts. Cheaper farms will help him get the food out faster. Stable coming out now. 11. Let's see exactly what their uptimes are. Going to be really close to each other. Going to be a range opening versus a stable opening. A range from Celts. How odd. Really don't like that blacksmith. Oh, poor Bludlass. He's got some nerves. I don't like this blacksmith though. It's gonna mess up his pathing to the gold mine, and if he ever gets attacked and has to run, like say there's archers or mangonels here, it could block units. I love the mahalos in chat. Ryder, when are we going to be casting the USA Cup like 3, 4, or 5 from Hawaii? When are we doing the Hawaii lane? Alright, what's our farm count on? 11 farms. Scouts are being produced in transition, so he'll be looking for this scout to kill, and then he'll be using the vision to try and look around the palisade walls of Bludlass again to see if he can spot any buildings. Notice where these guys are putting their buildings. Most of the time, you want your building really close to the wall or near center for proximity, right? But this is a bit different. Excuse me. This is a little different because your opponent has never seen inside your base. So they're playing completely blind. So what the players are doing is they're playing off of that, and they're trying to do different openings kind of secretly, right? So that it actually catches players off guard. So they're going to be making their buildings in worse positions in terms of proximity, but better positions in terms of keeping their strategy nice and safe and secret. So that's why they're building so far back from these walls. I believe it's supposed to be 6 tiles. It looks like there's 6 in front. Usually I put it on the 6 and then I get spotted. I think it is 6 back. Both players. This is 1-7. This is on the 8th tile. This one's on the 7th tile. So 6 is a good metric, I believe. Three years? Oh. Yeah. Well, definitely don't wish that. Hopefully that lasts as long as possible. That's awesome though. 3-year plan, maybe 5-year plan to get it over there. TC's going down. Archers are out, and they're out in kind of odd locations. I think that Bludlass is thinking the same sort of way as Daniel, where it's just very light army to pressure first the relics and clear some scouts out and then go to the base. I don't know that he wants to be too close. This is just such a not a good, man, I don't know. It's hard to critique the closed map player being an open map player because I would never suggest doing this, but this might be one of those things where like it's so unexpected that it can work. In my opinion, it can't work though, because Daniel can just, thank you so much for the follow. Daniel can just go into Knights if he needs to. He's got +1 armor now. Like there's only 5 crossbowmen with fletching, right? These 2 Knights should clear that up no problem. And now the Knights have mobility. The other thing about being on the map, if you're the slower unit, the unit that can be, wow, really, I really thought he would die. I mean, that feels so weird going that close and then not attacking. Okay, I guess good retreat there for Bludlass. Spooked him off. He's not going to be spooked twice though. 4 will definitely clear that, no problem. Yeah, so if you're playing the not mobile army, so you've got like spears or mad arms or archers, monks, siege, you got to be really careful when you see scouts and knights. Or any unique units on horse, because not only are they better, but then they can catch you, right? If it's like skirms against archers, you just run because you're on the same movement speed, and it's not a big problem when you run into a bad army. The issue is when he's on knight. Now we already knew he was on knight tech as we saw that secondary scout come out, so Bludlass knew before he even sent out that there were knights potential on the field. I think that a lot of players would prefer to just stay on scout because the idea is you're just going to have scouts to clear all the monks that are going to the relics, and then you're going to get the relics yourself. It's kind of how these wall maps play out. It's more streamlined towards your economy, very light on military. We've got 3 going forward again, no bloodlines. Loom coming out now from Daniel. Looks like he was worried about maybe a potential pick by the crossbow, maybe on the edge somewhere. More monks coming out. Monks are going to be going directly to relics. Nice job, nice snipe here by Daniel, grabbing that monk with the scout. You're always going to have scouts kind of either patrolling in and out, or sitting directly on it, or sitting in the path of where the monk is most likely to come. So it would be either here, it would be here on a rally back and forth, or it would be sitting right on. So I like this. He's just kind of hovering around. Bludlass. He went up north once. We'll see if he goes again. Bludlass also has a scout. Daniel's got a lot of units randomly on the field. These are just to clear random scouts. Because he knows that Bludlass is going to be trying to do the same type of thing that he's doing. He's going to grab the monk on the other side. And he's going to lose one of his monks. So even though he's got 3 knights on the field and his spear, still the scout doing work. Now the scout is going to have more movement speed than any other unit on the field right now. So they're going to feel pretty confident to just run in, kill the monk, and then run away. Not really going to be caught by anything as long as you keep moving. Both players on the exact same villager count. 3 TC out for both players. So the production is the exact same. So as long as there's no idling, we should see the exact same economy from both. Celts get the wood bonus, so maybe they can make their farms a little faster. Tuetons get a farm bonus, so maybe they can make their farms a little faster. So it's going to be very close. Raiden, what up? Yo, is this Hassan? Is this a legend?
Yeah.
Yo, man. Really, if it's Hassan, really happy to see you back playing again. We got to rekindle some rivalries. Bludlass does get that northern relic. He really wants the eastern relic, but Daniel has been hovering over here like a pack of bees. You're gonna have to get Ryder out on the map, get him all up in his gear. Siege Workshop coming out for Teuton, and this isn't the way I thought it would play, right? I thought that we would see Celt playing into their Huang type of composition, where it would actually favor the Celt player being siege against siege, and then the supplemental unit would be either knight or pike, and that would favor Celt. But he went into archers and then into siege as a civ that doesn't do this. +2 armor and bloodline out for Daniel now. This is gonna be a very clean clear. Oh god, disaster. Daniel's level really showing. Daniel's done a lot of work. He's been the highest rated player all year long. He's acclimated to DE faster than any other USA player. He's been up there the whole time, and he's playing now at even a higher level than he used to on Bludlass. So this blue player is like looking good to win the whole thing. Oh, great. Negated the damage. Get negated, bruh. Friggin' beautiful. Bludlass is a great player, right? And you can tell, I think the reason he went range is he's trying to throw some not normal. I'd like to see 2 house drop right there. Oh, it's gonna be castle. Okay, this could be fine depending on how close the Scorpion gets. I think the Scorpion will be able to hit everything here behind. Can we get more houses? We need more houses. Make me a house, make me a house. He could be totally safe here. Daniel now on less economy. Maybe this is the great bait of Bludlass. So think about this. What if he went stuff he knew would fail to try and get Daniel to take the bait, make less villagers, worry about his economy less, his transition less, and just start spamming out army because he wants to kill him? This is some shit that would work on me. Pretend like you're weak, then full turtle and hide, and then you're ahead in economy, and the opponent can't kill you. Sick defensive player mindset. It's actually working. It's all a bluff. Military is a bluff for these arena guys. You gotta be really careful. Oh, dude. Oh. Gotta build this. It's gonna go down immediately. Boom. Done. We're breaking in. Daniel's coming in. He's got 1 mango. He should be able to get some damage, though. 2 monks should be able to grab a convert here. Even though it's Teuton. Hello, listen. Get the earwax out of your ears. Wow, Teutons are so good, man. Gonna go for the dive is Daniel. He's gonna clear up all these Magnels, and he's gonna have to run out as fast as he can. He doesn't want to lose his units. He just wants to pick that. A lot of very low knights, actually. He's going to go the opposite way I tell him to go. He's going to go directly in. Going to take another unit death for that. But now he's actually into the economy here. Woodline and farms being stopped. So still maintaining the better Vil count is Bludlass, but he's taking some severe losses, almost evened out now, and he's got a lot of idle time. Not only to mention that, he's got to make some more army, right? He's needs some more pikemen would be ideal, maybe monks in here, but again, the monks are not getting the best trades against the Tuetons. And at this point, the knights are so low that do you even want to care about converting those? I don't know. Okay, how do we shake out? 4 Vil lead for Bludlass. Is he imping though? He's imping now, so he's a little bit behind. This is a couple Vils worth, so it's very, very close. Daniel's going to have a faster transition to imp and maybe a faster push, while Bludlass is going to have just a slight better economy, and we see his score going up now. And yeah, this is why Bludlass likes these games. It doesn't matter if you lose all your army at multiple parts in the game if you have more Vils, and you can scale into a god tier army. So right now we're looking, Hal is probably the best unit you can make, most efficient. It's very cheap. It's made out of a building that's very cheap, and it has a super strong attack bonus against the units that it's going to be countering. So if you pair this unit with another unit that covers the weaknesses of this unit, it's crazy strong. So Celts definitely going to be looking to go into Hal as their base, and then they're going to be supplementing with the Onagers. Would be my guess. Maybe Trebs, maybe Loads. I think I would highly prefer to see Onager Hal come out. Bombard Cannon maybe coming out for Teuton. It looks like he's going to go into Longswords actually. So this is maybe one of those spots where you could go into Wodes as the Celt player. But Wodes is gonna cost a lot more, right? Because we've got our building that we're producing out of costs so much more that Daniel could have the building and a few champions out, you know, per castle that goes down. So it's just, it doesn't usually favor the unique unit unless the unique unit is just crazy strong against what they're fighting. And here they'll be decent, but they're not going to be probably worth it to go into Wodes. I think I would definitely still prefer seeing Onager, although you will have to be doing a lot more ground attacks and be a little bit harder against melee units, but I think it should be fine. I don't see too many problems. And Wodes can come in, or champs can come in, right? He's got the east wall now. That's going to net him a couple stone mines. He's going to love that. Daniel getting his wall in. So both players, that's a lot of wood to eat through. They're not really going to look at the southern side for a while. Maybe you'll see a siege workshop and a quick break later on. But right now, they're going to be looking at the north here. There's a gold mine they want to fight. So this is probably why this is the area of contention here at the north. There's a gold mine and a stone mine here for Daniel on his side of the map. But then also the extra gold is in a spot that Daniel can reach right now with that stronger castle age play. So good job by him trying to maintain that that map presence here to get the gold, but Bludlass is able to, man, castle's a little bit too close for Daniel. This is a big no-no here at higher levels. If you're using forward castles, obviously on this map there's not any hills that he could be utilizing, but you want your castles to be far enough back away from your opponent's castles that they cannot protect their trebs underneath their castle and hit your castle. This is worst case scenario, because even a guy that has no military can be protecting quite well. But I love to see the early bombard cannons out for Daniel. This is going to help him a lot against the siege from Bludlass. Not just the trebs, but the onagers that could be coming out a bit later. We see, though, Bludlass going directly to two-handed swordsman. So he's actually not going to take the route I suggested. So we'll see if that plays out in his favor. I think that that Teuton champion is stronger. They get the extra armor bonus. This is a +3 melee bonus against similar tier units, so this is going to be like blue. Just his units are like massive tanks, and they're in the same unit line. So this is heavily going to favor Daniel in each trade. Definitely gonna say that probably should have gone into Onager. Man, you just can't get a winning trade here against Teuton champion with champion of a weaker sword. We have six melee armor now. I absolutely love that the Bombard Cannon is out this early. This was out because he knows that the most likely, the strongest tier composition that the Celt can go into has Onager in it, and the faster you get there, the better. Nice job clearing that out, though. Looks like Bludlass is about 10 vills down. He's also fighting uphill in terms of the army compositions. Not looking too good here.
Yeah.
Gonna stonewall a bit. Doesn't want those champions to run directly into his base, so I really like this. What can Celts do here even? Onagers. But see, the Onagers are gonna get counted by the Bombard. I thought that Celt was going to be a pick for like a early cast rage timing attack. Teuton is probably one of the strongest civs right now for Hideout and Arena, in my opinion. But again, I'm a novice Arena player. I don't know. Like, I play Arena and stuff in tournaments, but I don't know what my actual level is for that map. But it feels like to me, Tuetons just have a great kit for it. Arena closed maps are generally about eco and relic control and castle, so it's really going to favor Tuetons. And then Teuton is just a top tier imp civ. They have great gold compositions. They have great trash composition. If they have to go post gold into like scout raids, that's unfortunate. But that's like their one weakness is super post. And then they have halves. They got skirms. They got super good melee armor on units, so it's not ever really going to be a bad civ. Could run into trouble against some strong range civs. I think that the way Bludlass played this out was unorthodox, and it just didn't pay off versus the pretty meta standard style of Daniel. Second castle now coming down forward as well. Let's check the south. South not being attacked. Fortified wall here for Daniel. He doesn't want anybody coming through his wall. Now he's got a hill to utilize if he wants to. He could stand up here, get more damage with his trebs. I'd actually prefer to see that. Yeah, the death ball's coming. Champion against champion, and the important thing to point out here is the added melee armor for Teuton. So this just never was a viable option if it's mirrored here like this. Unfortunately, perhaps Bludlass was hoping that Daniel would go into like halves and siege right away, maybe halves and bombard cannon. Knowing that Celt goes into siege, so maybe it was a bit of a mind game going into champs for Bludlass, hoping to maybe kill a non-champion line from Teuton. So if that's how he was thinking, it's understandable. Maybe this is just really good adaptation by Daniel here. Villager count about 24 vill deficit for Bludlass. About a 20 military deficit going down as well. I lied. Sticking to about 20. Daniel's gonna start. Oh my. Even with my good trees, it's hard to see what's walled and what's not walled. We gotta be better.
Yeah.
Now, this could be a throw here by Daniel. Yes, Daniel's got to stay out. He's got to stay at range. So oh, he's going to kill it. That's done. Oh, okay. Like a rock. What are these? What? Excuse me? What is the hitbox on this? First one we saw hit, like 7 in a row. That one didn't hit either. These are legit bugged. The trebs are, dude, trebs are garbage. That's insane. Not even hitting. Good luck, dude. You're gonna be throwing those rocks forever. This Treb is garbage. What is happening? Excuse me. I'm so sorry that this is all I'm looking at, but my god. Oh, he's in it to south. He's in it to south while we're just looking at these rocks being thrown poorly. Nice job here, clearing up those champions deep into the economy of Bludlass, now down to 96 against 141. Daniel's actually overfloating economy at this point. But he's not really maxing out, so it's fine. It's fine for him to be overfloated on bills. He could shave those back down as he starts popping out again. This Treb still not hitting nothing. I don't know if there's some kind of mechanic you can use where you sit your Treb on a diagonal tile versus the center or something, because it looked like it was on a diagonal tile. I don't know if that plays into the Treb's accuracy. Could be a good thing for a nerd to test. I'd like to know. That sure seemed like there was something else going on rather than just Trebs being bad. Let's see if he can whack that one. Yeah, that was onto that tile, so that was going to miss the one he was shooting at. Bingo! We got it. Switch to Teutonic Knight? That actually would be a pretty sick switch. Yellow Jacket. That would, Do we know? Does anybody know the stats? Is a base Teutonic Knight fully upgraded in terms of Blacksmith this better than a champion? He certainly could sprinkle some in, right? I feel like it might be better, even at base, even without upgrades. Dragonstar, maybe you know. Yeah, Bludlass definitely likes to play it till the end, man. He'll play till he's got 3 units left. GG. Well played here by Daniel. I think Daniel had a clear idea of how to play the map out. Picked a really good civ here. Went for the relics, went for the scout control, got the vision, used the knights to push back the low numbers of crossbow. You know there's not going to be heavy numbers of crossbow coming cross field. It's too far of a distance, paired with definite reasons to just start booming, right? You're behind a wall, you can drop TCs right away, so no one's really going to be going more than one military building unless they're adding forward monasteries and going forward as well. Since he had the early scout out, another good reason to go into stable right away, stable transition to castle rather than market blacksmith. He got that vision out, pushed it back so he could see if there's any bills real close, so he knows if he needs to panic and drop more military buildings in a siege workshop, or if he can go into the streamlined eco of 3 TC boom. So I really like the way he played it out. Looks like Bludlass, I think he tried to do an unorthodox strat. I don't think this is like a very viable strat generally. I think it was designed for something specific. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But I'm not a Hideout arena player as much, so I have probably a less deep pool of knowledge on the different strats that can be viable.